Yeah. I don't
Okay. So my idea was for the trade. You see this fair value gap on the daily?
Uh-huh.
So we had created a range here, right? Tapped into the
Mm-hmm.
lows. We reacted from that low. We came back to the internal. So this was
Mm-hmm.
expansion, retracement, and I was expecting us to push down to the lows again for expansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as when we pushed inside here, I'm expecting us to create a swing between the assets as well, right? You see how these three assets, we created a swing here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Candle one, two, three, one, two. This is candle two, but we never took that high. But I'm still pretending like this is candle two here, like this. And this candle three is where I entered for the continuation down, right? On the daily.
I got you. This is.
Yeah, so when I entered, I had entered during Asia. I entered up here when we made that SMT between the assets during Asia, because this was a new
Mm-hmm.
swing that happened. There was a new swing that happened right here. So this is one, two, three, right? I entered. I entered at the second candle here at the top, the 5 minute. Yeah, I entered like here when we made that change of state here, and I had just entered this, and I kept holding all night until yeah, until we reached the lows here.
Nice. You're tracing it, or
No, I just put my stops to break even and let it run because
mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna go down. I mean, it was I'm working off the internal to external framework, right? Like the same thing that I showed you. So this was the internal over here, and then my target was the external over here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So obviously, like especially if we opened up during the week, right? Because this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We had like a consolidation day where we didn't go anywhere. We didn't take the high. We didn't take the low. We just stayed in the middle. So to me, this was like
Mm-hmm.
an indecision, right? So for the next day, I'm like, well, on top of this being an indecision, it's also an SMT with the other assets, right? You see how there's a cracking correlation at the highs. This high never took the high next to it.
Uh-huh.
This high took the high next to it. That's a clue. This high took the high next to it, but
In
it
the side.
closed with a bullish candle here.
Mm-hmm.
It closed bullish. This closed bearish. This closed bearish. Okay, so that's two clues. That's two cracks in correlations. That's
Mm-hmm.
an SMT
And PSP.
and PSP. Yeah, exactly. So I had SMT and PSP confirmed. I had the internal key level confirmed, and then obviously like based off of the framework of swing points, I was expecting candle three at the open, right? So when we open here on the day for a positive condition, I want to see us open high and then
And
push
then
down,
go.
right? So when we look at the 4 hour, what do? We open. This is the open candle over here. This bullish candle here was the open candle. We
Mm-hmm.
open high first, and when we open high, we made that new SMT inside the daily range between the assets. And then I just caught the move down, and I just held it. I held it because I had all the open targets here. I had the previous daily low here, previous weekly low here, and we had the target, like the actual target external. We
Mm-hmm.
never took the
Okay.
external target because we created an SMT at the lows. The other assets took the lows right here.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Yeah, and OIM over here. took the lows as well. So everything took the
Mm-hmm.
previous weekly lows except for NQ, right?
Thank
Which is
you.
fine, you know, it's fine. Since all the assets hit, like if this asset hits and this asset hits, I count NQ as hitting the
Like that
external
one
as well.
period.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had exited way before we came even close to the external, so I was fine. But
I got you.
this trade was pretty big trade. Waited all week for this, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
This okay. I had posted everything in the trade channel during Asia, like what I was looking at, what to enter. Okay. Have you been looking at charts at all, day by
Yeah,
day?
I did.
Yeah.
I did that this week. Didn't have too much time,
Yeah.
but I did as much as I could. And now I even installed it on my phone, so
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
look
Good.
at
Yeah.
my phone.
Yeah. I use my phone too sometimes when I'm not home or whatever. Like I just check price because I check every 4 hours just to see what's happening. You know,
Mm-hmm.
since I work off of like daily candles and 4 hour candles
When
every
you
four
when
hours.
you check, you're just checking like every 4 hours to see where it closed and how it's starting, or how long do you look at them after when you check them?
I check to see if we're inside a key level, like a higher time frame key level. I check to see if we're creating a swing, because if we're setting
Mm-hmm.
up a swing, I can position myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it gives me,
So you're looking at the candle. Okay. So you're looking at, if let's say the one between uh, 18 hours, and after that it's 22, and
yeah,
then from 22 and 2 you're looking if those two created a potential swing
yeah,
for 2 a.m. Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. 2 a.m. and then
Mm-hmm.
6 a.m. 6 a.m. is the start of New York session, so I want to see like a big manipulation at 9:30. 9:30 push it like 9:30 will either manipulate or it will move in the direction of where liquidity is supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it moved in the direction of liquidity for 9:30.
Yeah, because it goes down.
Yeah, we had all the open liquidity, so we just moved towards the liquidity, and yeah, 10 a.m. had continuation. We're good. Pretty good. Pretty good trade. Okay. So yeah, have you looked at swing points in the charts? Like just practiced like finding them.
Yes, I was looking at them, and like sometimes I feel like today I ordered some notebook. I wanna literally write those the pictures that you sent me. I wanna put them in front of me, because it's hard for me to go between those pictures and look them, and I cannot remember them right away. So I wanna literally draw them down myself, and then it's gonna be easier for me to remember the pattern, how they look, and
Yeah.
everything else.
Well, we
But
can
I
go
was
over
looking
them.
for you.
We can go over them and like instead of having to like remember them, you'll
Mhm.
know them by rules. Like what are the rules to
That would be good. Yeah,
approach it?
that would be
Yeah.
good.
Because like for example, if we have like I know gold had a good one. Gold on the daily, right? Like this you might not like anticipate this to be a swing, right? And technically this is a swing, but let's pretend that it's not on the daily. Like let's pretend that it's like on a lower time frame, like a 4 hour,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
or like an hour. This technically would be a C2. It would be a C3 closure swing, right? So you would have to. You see how C2 body closes above here?
Well,
Yeah.
mhm.
You would have to wait for candle 3 to close to then catch the continuation candle down.
Continuation down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now what I would would want to see is open, high, continuation down from that. And that would be the candle that you trade as a continuation. Obviously, you can
Mhm.
trade this candle, you can trade this candle, but for the higher probability setup would be to wait for this to confirm the
To
swing, you know?
close and then. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's one type, right?
And where do we expect this one to go? Lower,
Yeah, lower. Yeah, it would be towards the
lower
liquidity.
than towards under liquid.
Yeah. So you see how there's like these two lows here that are very in close proximity to each other?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's just liquidity built up. If I want to
Yeah,
see a continuation down, I want to see us take these lows.
those two. And where do you like you would if let's say this was like 4 hour, like we were talking 4 hour,
Hmm.
so you were in for you to enter the trade, you would go to lower time frame and
Yes.
enter the trade.
Yes. Yes. I always go from higher time frame and make my steps down towards the lower time frame.
Okay, you're looking for confirmation also in lower time frames.
Yes.
But when you enter the trade, you also enter it in a lower time frame, or
Yes.
you go back to a higher and
No,
then.
no, no. I enter lower with the confirmations. Lower I enter, and then from lower I can like go back to higher time frame and wait for it to play out, you know? But I always enter lower. I don't really enter higher time frame like that, you know? Like if I was to frame this, right, with the idea that we're going to take these lows as a continuation, I would put my range here for my invalidation areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember we spoke about that?
Mm-hmm.
So I have my 50% level here, and we're on the daily right now. Now, what I would want to do is I would have to go down one time frame, the 4 hour, and find the gaps in the way. Okay, we have this gap in the way here,
Yeah.
right? So when we open,
Okay.
I want to see us push up, create some type of swing here, right? And then from that
Mm-hmm.
swing, find like this would be like a 4 hour swing, right?
Yeah.
Now within that 4 hour swing, it's gonna take some time for the swing to develop, you know. So maybe it'll be like at 2 a.m. or a 6 a.m. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna take some time for us to come back into the internal. So what I would do here, specifically, if I'm waiting for something like this, I would put an alert here. You know, I can right click, click add alert,
Mm-hmm.
create
To
alert.
notify you when the price
Yeah,
gets
and then
into it.
and then once it taps into it, I have an alert on my phone and I can go check, you know? And then as it
Mm-hmm.
develops, it creates a swing, so it'll make a new candle pushing up, let's say very badly drawn. I can't draw like that. Anyway, like a candle pushes up, right? And then we have a new like indecision candle here in the C2. And then next candle here, that's when I would position myself for like an entry, right?
Okay, and where would your stop loss be on the 50% of the there?
Well, I'm on the 4 hour right now, so I would have to
Mm-hmm.
go down even lower to find where my stops would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because right now I'm on the 4 hour. Well, let's say I have this swing forming, right?
Okay.
4 hour, and this is like, let's say 2 a.m. or something. 2 a.m. is right here, or like 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
was here, and now this is like 6 starting right here. Say this is 6. So 6 o'clock. Now I'll go down to the hourly. If I go down to the hourly, these big 4 hour candles become smaller, right? Like
You
they're
have
broken
four
down
candles
more.
each.
Yeah. Well, inside this 4 hour candle, there's gonna be a new swing. So I can confirm this candle with a swing inside that 1 hour. Either 1 hour or 30 minute, because they work together.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the hourly it's too big and I have to go down one more to see the 30 minute. But it's gonna make a new swing inside that swing, right?
And we are looking at for swing inside that third candle, right?
Yeah,
On the
exactly.
on the 4 hour.
Yeah, for this type of
Hmm.
swing, yeah.
As I was when I was looking at it, and you told me look for another swing. I wasn't sure which candle I need to focus from the
Right.
higher time frame to the lower. So when you say C3 of the higher time frame, we are looking for a swing in the lower time frame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the same way
Hmm.
that when we opened up on NQ, we opened up Asia, right? And we made that, where am I? 4 hour. Yeah. When we opened up Asia and we made that new swing inside the swing, because you see, this is a C3. And now we made a new
Hmm.
swing here on the 4 hour inside the daily swing, which
Hmm.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
If I go down to the hourly, there's more swings happening here, and these swings had some type of like cracks and correlations with them. Like this one here had a crack and correlation, but you can see it on the 30 minute. You couldn't see it on the hourly. This had a crack and correlation. Over here, there was a crack and correlation, and it confirmed the continuation of the move, right? So
Hmm.
when we look at gold here, for example, let's say we find the swing inside the swing, right? It's a 30-minute swing. Now I can go down on the 3 minute and find my change of state of delivery, right? My order block. Is that familiar?
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Yeah. So, like, for example, something like this, right? Where we have it took liquidity out. We have a order block like this. It would look like this. We have a V shape, creating an order block, change the state.
Hmm.
Price pushes down first, comes back, retests it, and then we push down, right? It
Okay.
retested it again.
Um, that's why I wanted to cut. It already tested it once,
Yeah.
and then how do we know we shouldn't enter there? Is how do we know that we should
Well,
wait
I would have entered.
more?
I would have entered here, but it wouldn't matter because look, even if I entered here,
Yeah, I would put stop loss.
my stops are the highs here.
Yeah.
So even if it
Hmm.
does retest it, it's fine.
Yeah, 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 I
But
got you.
over experience, you'll notice that this is a very regular pattern here, where price pushes down and then comes back just to just
And
to
then,
create liquidity,
yeah, yeah, to sweep more.
to sweep it
Mm-hmm.
and push it back down one more time because this, I'm pretty sure, has some kind of SMT here to confirm this.
Hmm.
That's why, you know? So 3 minute, you'll find your change of state, and that's where you pretty much enter. And your entry will be like it'll be very obvious. When you're on the right side of the direction, it'll be very obvious because it'll be very one-sided like this. You see how we're just pushing down, pushing back up, like we're just continuing the order flow to the downside. We're not like we're not moving like this, right? We're moving like this, down,
Yeah, we don't
down.
know.
Yeah. So 3 minute, find your change of state, find your entry, and then once I'm in my position, once it reaches enough of a profit, I move my stops to break even just to secure
Yeah.
my position and let the rest run. So it'll continue moving as I'm in a position. I'm already protected. If it comes back up and kicks me out of the break even, then I can just look for a re entry. Like it's not a big deal.
Hmm.
As long as my account is
Yeah,
protected, you know?
yeah.
Any questions? Anything you wanted to
So
look
far,
over?
no. So far, I understand is what you were saying.
You understand everything?
Yeah. So far, whatever we were talking, I understand it. What
Yeah.
you were
Oh, yeah,
what you
what
were
I was
saying.
explaining? Yeah, yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
like questions that you had on your own when you were like looking at stuff? You're like confused about something?
To be honest with you, I did. I just wanted to like see, but we can do that later on my screen. I want to like
We can
make
do
sure
that
that
now. Yeah, we can do that now if you want. Like you can share your screen and I can you can like draw stuff out, and I'll correct what you're drawing.
Give me just a second.
I'll just have to set up the recording to capture your screen, so that'll take a second. But yeah, we can do that 100%.
I just wanted to, but it's like to ask you, okay, if this what I was looking is if this is the swing point or if this is
Mm-hmm.
the swing point,
Mm-hmm.
just that it's
Yeah, that's fine.
nothing too major.
No,
But
yeah, that's fine.
I think it is, but you know, but
It's good practice
maybe
for
no
you.
problem.
It's good
Yeah,
practice,
yeah.
especially if you have me here. Like I'll check over and it'll be easy.
Yeah. But if you want, I can sh share you.
Yeah, share on Discord,
Yes.
and I'll pause this recording. Okay, I'm recording again. Okay. Can you zoom into the chart more because it's a bit like lower quality because your screen is so wide, you know.
Yeah, because it's two screens. I don't know. Well, let me do this.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Yeah, much better.
No. Okay. So let me go back to this. Now I think we are good.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So would this be a swing point?
It would, yeah.
You know, and then
But this swing point, you'd have to confirm it the same way that I showed you on gold. Like this is a candle 3 closure swing. So you have to wait for candle 3 to close like it did now.
those.
And then next
Mm-hmm.
candle you have to put your invalidation areas and go down on like the 1 hour or the 30-minute to find a gap.
Okay, so we let's say okay, let's say what if I understand it good, we're supposed to wait for this one to close and
Mm-hmm.
then we expect this to go up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Candle number four
Yeah, exactly. But for before it
to the
goes
third
up,
to
yeah, yeah,
a certain
exactly.
point.
Yes, exactly. Because of the
And
candle of the swing.
yes, okay. So what do I do now in this moment? What do I do now? Can you like
Yeah, walk you through. Yeah. So you
walk me through
take your tool, your GAN tool, the box, the square box. Not that
this
one, but
one?
the not the one to the right. Yeah, that one.
Again, okay.
So and you mark out the range of candle 3. So from the low to the high, or from the high to the low. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you see where the 50% is of that?
This I wanted to I
Click it.
hold control, but see how this one when I try to move it out,
Just
it
click it.
moves.
Yeah, click it, and
Right,
then
now
and
it
then you
stayed
can
there.
yeah, then you can press shift, like click the other bubble, hold shift,
This
and
one?
it's gonna yeah, hold shift, and it's gonna magnetize to the top.
I
I don't know why it just moved like that.
that's hold on.
Do you have a Mac or a PC?
PC.
Okay, yeah, it should be good. Why is it moving up like that?
See,
What are you
this was I was
using?
trying the other day and I couldn't figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's so weird.
Why?
It never did that for me.
Okay, I press control. I think now
Yeah, it's
it's
fine.
supposed to be there.
Yeah. So you see where the 50% is of that, which is
Yes.
like, yeah, right
Mm-hmm.
there. Now, what you would
Mm-hmm.
do is because we're on the 4 hour, this is your higher time frame technically for like the
Yes.
candle that you're isolating. You would go down to the hourly.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing there. Well, this is a little bit harder because it's gonna close. It just closed the day, right? So it's not gonna show you really like a gap. Go on the 30-minute. Let's see if there's a gap on the 30-minute. Yeah, okay. So you see how we
Where
have a
is it?
gap here on the 30-minute, but
Yeah.
on the hourly we
This
couldn't.
one, right?
Yeah, exactly. We couldn't use the hourly one because we didn't have a gap on the hourly. So we had to use the 30-minute, which is fine.
So I marked this. I marked
Yes.
this.
Yeah, you mark that. And now what you would expect is you're holding
Oh,
you're holding
yeah,
control,
I
I think.
hold it. Yeah, no, I hold it.
Yeah, don't hold
Hold
anything. Just
on.
take your time. No pressure. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So now when the new 4 hour opens, we would expect this to open, tap into the gap, right? And that's where you would want to see internal to external, because that's an internal range, right? So it would be internal,
Mm-hmm.
and then the external would be the high.
Here, somewhere.
No, no, no.
Or
Right
where?
next to it. No, no, no. Right next to it.
Oh, here.
Yes, exactly, because that's the range.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the external of that specific little range, right? Of that
Mm-hmm.
idea. So when price comes down into that gap, you would go to the like 3 minute, right? Because it would have to like start to create a swing at that point. On the 30 minute, it will look like a wick, like we tapped into it with the wick. But like on the three
Mm-hmm.
minute, you're gonna start seeing like order blocks, fair value gaps, change of state. That's where you want to position yourself, because that would be just the protraction phase of the candle, where we're only creating the wick, and then we're pushing up expansion up, because it's a candle four. It would have to be a continuation.
Yeah, that's why I asked if the external is gonna be somewhere around here, because we are expecting candle four to go more up,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this was candle three, I guess.
But I'm just basing it off of the swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for us to know how far we're gonna go up, we'd have to see more context, more bigger picture. But for now, like, just because of like we're framing only the swing, no context, right? It's just the swing. So this would be like internal, external from that swing. But this is important for you to understand, because this same thing that we just went through, you're gonna go through it on the weekly candle, on the daily candle. Like, this is the same logic that you're gonna be using to frame your ideas. This is technically the same idea that I had for the trade that I took like today or last night.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go on the weekly candles, like go on the weekly chart real quick. Okay. Now pretend like this week isn't there. See this week, the current week? You can zoom in more.
Yeah, this one. So this one, right?
Yeah, yeah. Pretend like that isn't there. Well, you see what
Mm-hmm.
happened last week, right? Where we created a C2.
Yeah.
We even spoke about this. You left that line at the top. So
Mm-hmm.
we created the C2. Now we expect this week to be C3 pushed down, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
The,
how would you frame that to prepare yourself for that C3?
so I would put
Yeah.
a range here, right?
Yes. Yes. So put your range there. Perfect. So you have your 50% level, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, because we're on the weekly, where do you find your gaps?
We go to daily.
Yes.
What is the difference between daily and 24 hours?
I've only put the 24 hours because sometimes when we have bank holidays, it combines Friday and Monday candles together, and I want to have them separate. I want to see Friday and
Uh-huh.
Monday
Uh-huh.
separate. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So use the
Actually, you
daily.
did explain that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So now pretending like we don't have the current week. Well, where do you see your gap?
I see this gap here.
Yes,
Actually,
exactly.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
the previous.
Yep. So you take your box, yeah, you put your fair value gap, and that's your key level for where you want to see price reject from for the internal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now where's the
Mm-hmm.
external of that?
Uh,
If that's if that
this.
if no 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 if that box is the internal that you just drew, what's the external?
Okay. Oh, maybe
Yes.
this.
Yes, because you'd
Mm-hmm.
want to see it be a continuation down, right?
Okay,
So it
yeah.
would be
Sorry, I
internal,
didn't
external.
understand. Yeah, this was actually
Yeah.
internal, and then we supposed to go down. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, that's basically the same idea that we just looked over on the 4 hour, but now we did the weekly range, right? And this is
mhm,
the same thing that I did in order to catch my trade to the downside. Because what do we do when we tapped into that gap? We created a swing, right?
yes,
So when we tapped into that gap, we create a swing, and then I do the same process for that swing with the daily candles. So I find my invalidation area. Okay, I find where's candle two, what kind of swing are we creating? You know what I mean? Because candle
yeah.
two, well, this is where the other assets come into play too, right? Because I use NQ to trade, but I also, I could trade ES and,
You
and YM too. And that gives me the clue on the swing and how it's being formed.
so this would this be C1, C2, and then C3,
No, no.
or
It would
this would be C1?
Yeah, exactly. That would be C1, and the second candle will be C2, because when you look at ES, for example, so check
There is,
ES. Yeah. So you see
yeah,
how
I see
ES
it.
created that
Yeah,
swing?
yeah, you
Yeah.
already created. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to watch it, but I was I
And
was
YM as well.
thinking you're gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, but you see how ES and YM, they don't have a gap there, which is fine, because you don't need a gap on every asset. If one asset has a gap, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So still, you know, ES came into the range of the previous week. We create a swing. It created the C2 on the previous day, which is that C2 associated. So you would count the NQ as the C2, you know? You could have even traded ES on this as well, or YM.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no problem there. So now you have this framework in mind, right? Now you do the same process for the daily down to the 4 hour. You know what I mean? Once you have your swing idea.
And do you delete these?
No, I leave it on.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
I leave it on
then
until the idea is complete. I leave it on.
okay. So now we found this, but it's already the problem is it's already done. You cannot
Well, yeah, you can go
see.
down. You can go down on the 4 hour and see how it developed. So that you see how candle two, where it didn't take the high on. Yeah, you can even look at ES as well. But you see that middle point. Yeah, that would be your
Mhm.
C2 right there.
Yeah,
So you see how C2, when we pushed up, we still created a swing.
here, right?
Yeah, exactly. One, two, three. And then C3 opened, and we created a new swing at the open, which had an SMT with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there is a 1 second. Give me just a second to look at this.
Yeah, yeah, take your time.
So it created SMT with wire, right?
With YM and ES.
Yes, ES. is looking the same.
No,
It
NQ
goes
took
up
the
a little
high.
bit.
NQ took the high. ES didn't take the high. So you see where your candle is right now? Look at where
Oh
ES
no,
is.
I was looking. Sorry. I was looking at this. I was looking at this.
Oh
Like
no
it
no.
goes went up. Here also went up.
Yeah yeah. But why would you
No,
look at the lows? Because if your
no.
framework is bearish, right? If your framework is bearish and your bias is bearish, I'm not looking for reasons for it to reverse on me. I'm looking for reasons for it to go to my direction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're looking for reasons for it to go against you, you're gonna psych yourself out. It's gonna like fuck up your trade.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lean on your edge. You have to lean on your bias, right? So if you have like that framework set into place of internal external where we are, I would be framing, okay, that high made an SMT. I'm looking for continuation downside.
Give me just a second
Yeah, yeah, take your time.
to to see. So, well, where is was this the SMT?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's a new candle too right
Okay.
there on the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm. So this one. Uh-huh. Okay. This would be C1, C2, and then C3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So now let's say you found your C3, right? C2, C3 on the new swing here for the candle 3.
Mm-hmm.
You go down on the, let's say you found this framework, right? You can go down on the
Mm-hmm.
15 minute or 5 minute. Go down the 15 just because it's a 4 hour. That,
And then I need to find that was 22, right?
yeah, it would be closer to the highs, yeah.
So here.
Can you zoom the picture so we can see better? Yeah,
Yeah.
zoom out more. Yeah, so see how we made a big push up
Mm-hmm.
and then we made a
Here.
big push down? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that for me is a sign of like a V shape because we had expansion met with expansion, and then we have an SMT at the highs too.
That's that was what to see. Okay, so from this moment here as a C3, we wouldn't trade on a C3, right? We would wait for it to close.
For the C3, no, you could trade this. You could trade this.
But here in a C4 of the 4 hour, do we wait for that C3 in a 4 hours to close and then start trading, or
Hold on, I'm gonna pull
like
my charts as well. So
give
this
me
is
a
this
second
is yeah, okay. So this is C.
to find it. Actually, no, we were on
Yeah,
hourly.
because at the highs over there, right? At the highs of when the C2 was created, we had an SMT as well on the lower time frame. So when you come down on like the 5 minute,
So this this was the C3
okay,
discussing.
okay.
Do
So
we wait for this one to close and then trade, or do we enter on a C3?
Well, I have experience, right? So I entered at the C2, but you could wait for the C2 to close and enter on the C3.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at it from hold on, I gotta check my charts real quick. This swept the high. Let me see the hourly. Yeah, okay. So draw a line where go on the 4 hour. We're on the 4 hour. Draw a
Mm-hmm.
line that shows that it swept. So just draw a horizontal line where it made the SMT, like where it swept it, right?
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Just draw a line across it, not even SMT, just across it.
or
Just,
bigger.
just a straight line. Just hold shift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, perfect. So now go down on the 1 hour. So you see how when we came down on the 1 hour, it's creating a new
Mm-hmm.
type of swing at that high that it swept.
Mm-hmm. Here.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a new candle three closure swing. So here you could have traded the next, not that candle, but the next one. Yeah,
This one.
this one. Yeah, exactly. Because at the high over there where it swept it, it created an SMT. So like
Oh,
look at ES and find the place where it swept it at the high as well. Yeah. So you see the yeah you passed it.
sorry.
Yeah. So that high.
Here.
See you see how the two candles of the those that hourly ES swept the high, but NQ didn't. Yep.
Give me a second to. Uh-huh.
So we tapped into that 4 hour key level, right? We made an SMT on the 4 hour, and now on that 4 hour area, we also made a new SMT between the candles on the hourly.
Yeah. Here. Okay. This one went up, and here it went down.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that's another swing point that you can frame based. So now it's like three ideas in one, you know?
So one idea is, or that it's in tapping the fair value gap, right? Or we are just, our
Yeah, yeah.
ideas
The
are
first
just in
idea,
points.
yeah, yeah. The idea is that it tapped into the fair value gap, and we want to see
Mm-hmm.
external on the weekly, like daily idea, right? Second idea, we had the C2 candle on the daily, and we had the 4 hour. Now this is the third idea of the 4 hour sweeping the high, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have the hourly now of that 4 hour creating another swing point at that key area.
So give me just a second to go back one more time.
Hmm.
So we found the fair value. First, we mark previous range. Then on a 24-hour daily, doesn't matter. We found the
Gap.
fair value gap into it,
Hmm.
and
Why
then
you want to
we
see what?
we went
What's the importance of you finding that gap?
because there's a liquidity there, right?
No, it's because we want to see the continuation of the weekly candle down. Like this is where we want to see the weekly candle like create its wick and continue to push down. because that's the main idea, right? It's the weekly continuation downside, C3.
So we wanted to see that this week right now is actually tapped into this fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the idea, right? That's why we have that gap there, is because we want to see the weak push into it and reject from it and push down
Mhm.
for internal to external framework for the week.
And we said that uh give me just a second. This here was actually C1, C2, because on these other two it created a weak up, right? This would be C1, this would be C2,
Yeah,
this would be C3.
yeah.
Okay. So
So that's so you
on
have an
24
idea.
hours we found that swing point.
Yeah,
Okay. And then we would go to the
4 hour. Yeah,
4 hours
yeah.
and
Your 4 hours, how you watch your daily candle develop.
okay. So in the 4 hours here, we also, but this one made a swing point up, but we don't care about it because we are looking for it to go down. So when it tap here into fair value gap again, we are looking for a swing point,
Yeah.
and this would hold on, let me just yeah, this would be probably considered 1, 2, 3.
Hmm. That's the daily. That's the daily C2 right there. So when we open C3, we want to see us. Well, actually, go on the daily and draw your invalidation area for the C2.
So uh, would this
C2.
oh, so
Yeah. So you see how the this C2 has a big your invalidation area. You would use the GAN box.
uh-huh.
It's for the 50% of that range.
Of this
So
range.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
good.
Yeah. So you see how it wouldn't make sense to use the whole range because the wick at the low is very big.
Uh-huh.
So instead of closing it at the low of the wick, move it to the body at the lows.
I move
Yep.
this up, right?
Yeah, yeah. Move that up to the body,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up
All the way.
to the
Uh-huh,
body.
uh-huh.
There you go. Because
I was
it
thinking the
doesn't make
50%
sense
to be on
exactly because it doesn't
the.
make sense to have the whole range because that wick is so big, and that's a
I
C
got you.
two.
If it was this candle, we would put it all from
Yes.
the week to week.
Yes.
But uh-huh.
Yeah. But that doesn't make sense. It's a indecision candle and it has too big of a wick, so we can like manage the invalidation area just by moving it from the high of the wick to the body close at the bottom. So now you have your invalidation area on the daily.
So now when we go to here, we are looking. This is that area, right?
Yeah, that's that area. That's that C2 area. Yesterday's
Mm-hmm.
candle. Like the C2 candle before the C3. So now when we open, we want to see price respect the 50%. And we do because we created an SMT at the 50%.
Uh,
You see where your 1800 open is? Yeah. That's where we opened
here.
candle 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we push up at the open and we create an
Yeah, we
SMT at
went
the highs. And the SMT at the high is aligned with 50% of that invalidation area.
SMT. Okay, I see SMT on here is the SMT
Mm-hmm.
on the. Mhm. So we were waiting for the price to go into green above 50%, and then to
Well, it doesn't have to go above 50%. You're marking out that range as like an area for you to see how price is respecting. Ideally, you'd want to see price stay below 50%, but it sometimes, obviously it goes up above it. It doesn't mean that it's invalidated, but you can see that it's being respected because we create an SMT
Mhm.
and we reject from it.
So what would, if let's say forget about this here, these candles after like
Hmm.
22 and later, we forget about them. This is the open here. I
Yep.
think there is actually a way to, to uh, if I click here, if I'm gonna see the 1600 one or no.
This 1800, no, you're not going to see it.
So
You have
I
to
click
click
here.
next to it, yeah.
Okay. So since this was the SMT here,
Hmm.
just a second to find it on the other one. We don't look this as a C2 or we do.
That is a C2, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, of course. We have an SMT.
Because I mean on C on this one it goes like this, but on the other one it doesn't. It goes
That's
down.
what an SMT is, yeah.
And since it's in this range,
Hmm.
we after it happened, we should expect it to go down. But give me just a second. So we go to the. It's, I still need time to train myself
Yeah.
to to find it. When I go to the lower time frame, I need like a couple seconds to find it. Where is it actually? You know. Okay. And this is also a swing.
Yes. Yes.
C1, C2, C3.
Hmm.
But this, uh, if do we trade here on C3 or we wait for C3 to close and then to? I need to. The thing is, the 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 swings that you send to me, you're writing to me, and then you're putting me explanation, but it's not there. I have to go scroll back up and down. I want to write it down for myself and put
Mm-hmm.
those explanations so I can find it more easier, like so I can remember it easier to see which one is a C3 closure and what to expect after it, and C2 closure and what to expect after that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you did told me, but it's still confusing for me because it's up and down. I need to write it down for myself and have exact explanation after every picture. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for me to understand what's happening. Are we waiting for in this case I think we wait for C3 to close and then to trade on C4, right?
Yeah, we can do
Or no?
that. If you go on the 5 minute, because this had an SMT at the high on between these two hourly candles. So add the SMT, we had another SMT on the hourly. So you see these two candles?
Oh,
The one that you have
okay.
your
Yeah, I
cursor on?
do. I do. I do. I do.
Yeah, that
I
has an
do.
SMT as well
Just
between those two
yeah, yeah, it
candles.
does. Yeah.
So that's another confirmation.
The the NQ and ES are the same, but the YM is different.
ES is different too.
It doesn't look like. But to me, or are you looking? Oh, you're looking from the different.
I'm looking from that candle that took the SMT, yeah, and then the
Ah,
candle
no,
next
no,
to.
sorry. I was looking in the line, which is not there. Hold on, hold on. Okay. I was looking at the because it's so small here, and
Yeah,
I see the line, but I didn't know it wasn't on the right candle. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. These two are ES and YM are the same, and then key. I was starting to notice these things, but I need to put them in a one picture.
hmm
Okay, need to make a puzzle. I have some of the clues. I don't. I have some of the pieces. I don't have all of them, but I need to
I'll put
start.
them. I'll put them all in a PDF for you, like
Mhm.
different types of swings and everything.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, I have it in the server as well. I gave it to Sherm a while ago.
Hmm. That would be helpful.
So once we create a new SMT there, that's
Hmm.
giving you a clue already that okay, we have an SMT that we did on the 4 hour. Now the hourly is giving another SMT too. We can go down on the 5 minute and find an entry. Because you see how it's
Can
creating order
you?
blocks, bearish
I
order
mean,
blocks.
these, right?
No. You see the the bullish candles up, pushing up at the top.
Where exactly?
At the top.
Here?
Yeah. You see that?
Okay.
When it
Hmm.
closes below that, it created an order block.
This.
No. So draw out the open of the order block.
Would this be?
Yeah. So like draw the order block of the C2. Take the horizontal tool.
There's the thing. Uh, in this moment here, I don't know where the C2 starts and
Oh,
ends the
okay.
previous one. It's not easy. Your brain is too much trained for my brain, because in this moment I don't have idea where was that C2.
It's
I
at the
would
high. You
I
see
think
the horizontal line at the highs? It took the high, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So that
this
candle that,
line here.
yeah, that line. Because I'm not looking at, I'm just looking at that line. And I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah,
it took that
that's
high.
the thing. I wanted to tell you, ask you, can you help me train my brain to look for those things, or it just have to be more and more time?
It's just
Because
time. It's just practice. That's why I told you, like, check every day, draw out your levels every day, and just look at how the candle develops. That's how you like train your brain to see over time. You know what I mean?
we the thing you said when you said that C2, were you thinking because at start of this would be C2 that you're talking about, or no?
Yes, it would be there. It would be at that point. But if it's a C2, it's creating a change of state because it's reversing, right? Because that's what a swing point does. It reverses. So you see, can you draw out the order block on that? It's just a horizontal line,
This
yeah. No, no, no. Order block. Change of state.
what
Yeah,
what would that be?
yeah. You see those
This
two? No, no, no. You see the two first bullish candles that push into that line?
uh this one and this one.
Yes, yes. So the bottom,
Okay.
the first candle that creates the push up, that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a line there. That's your change of state.
Okay.
Okay. Once we close below that, then you can look for your entry to push down.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the change of state of delivery. That's the order block. Technically, it would even be the first candle because there's a gap between them.
This one.
Yeah. No, 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 not that gap. I'm talking about the little gap between the two first candles of the order block.
Oh,
Yes.
this.
Yeah, because there's a separation between it. So technically, it's that first candle there. Like that, yeah. And then when you see how we push bearish down and we closed below it
Mm-hmm.
with the bearish candle?
This
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that. We pushed down, we closed below it, and now
Mm-hmm.
we created a little gap there. We retraced into that gap to retest it, and then we continued to push down.
You're talking about this gap?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we tapped into that small gap, and then we continued to push the move down. That's your candle. That would be candle three, I'm pretty sure.
The thing you're talking about candle three on a higher time frame, right?
Yes,
Not on this. Yeah, there's
100%.
the
Yeah, because
thing.
that's how we're
I don't
framing
have
it.
idea. I don't have idea where we are at the uh, on the candles
It would be your
on the higher
hourly
time
candle
frame.
three.
Yeah, yeah.
Candle two. Because there's an S&T at that high.
Yeah, there's the
S&T at the high.
SMT that we were
So
mentioning
you can
before.
draw that SMT out, like put it on your chart so you can see it when you go on the lower time frame. So take the horizontal tool, yeah, and just connect those two, yeah. So when you go on the 5 minute,
I'm gonna see it.
click that, just click it, and then use your
Mm-hmm.
arrow keys on your keyboard and move it to the right.
Oh, yes?
Yep. So that high, and where the bubble is on the second high, that's where the SMT was created. So you see where it aligns with price.
What do you mean aligns with the price?
Well, you see where price is and that bubble is. Yeah, you see
Uh-huh.
where that's where the SMT was created. So you can move that to the bubble. You can move the bubble to where the price created that high on the same level to the left.
Oh, you mean
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sorry, I didn't get you. Okay.
So that's where the SMT was created for the
Okay.
hourly
Now I
candle.
understand what you were, because at first I wasn't understanding what you're saying. Uh-huh. Okay.
So then once we created that SMT and we pushed down and made that change of state of delivery, we already have like a bearish idea on this. You know what I mean? You don't even have to enter off that. You can wait for it to push down one more time and create a range like we did and enter off the next push down, you know? Because if you put your stops at the highs, you have a lot of room to play with. Like you have a lot of room before it comes all the way back up to your stops. And if it's bearish, it's gonna respect it.
Uh, to be honest with you, how I was thinking that like change of state in delivery is much more obvious. It looked like this, you know, but here it doesn't look like that at all.
Well, it does because look, it pushed up into a key level. You see how it pushed up fast into a key level, and then it
Yeah.
pushed fast down back into away from the key level.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Now now when I look at it that way, it does, it does.
We well, not even the middle
But
one.
I
It's
always,
the change of
yeah,
state, where the change of state was
hmm
made, where the SMT was made. So we pushed up fast into the key level, and then we pushed fast away from it. That's a V shape.
because I drew it down too too much, and why is it? I want to go smaller. Can I make it smaller or no?
You can delete that and use the horizontal line, the same tool that you use to make
Yeah.
the SMT. Yeah, press shift. Yeah. So move it to the candle to where it like closed below. So move it
Uh-huh.
to the black candle. Yep. Do you have a template for your order blocks?
No.
Top right, where the little tool is. Yeah, the triple dots. Check. Wait, no, sorry. It's at the left of that. Go all the way to the left at the beginning. Yeah, that template's next to it. Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
CISD.
Uh-huh.
There you go. So
Uh-huh.
we closed, we created change of state technically because we closed below that order block. We retraced, tapped into the gap, right?
Into this here.
Yeah.
Give me just a second just to find something, please.
Yeah, take your time.
I- this, so this would be change of state.
It would tech I would yeah, it's a change of state.
My question is, change of state. If we have the bullish here, and at some point after some swing, let's say this here was a swing, and then we have one bearish that closed below that. This is that was called considered change of state, right?
Yes, yes.
Like this would, oh, fuck. This would be that, right?
Mhm.
Or no?
Yeah. It will be the first
It would.
candle from the first the one right next to it on the left. That
Oh,
one.
from this one.
Yeah.
From this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the one that
But
you
from the
drew
top or from the bottom?
from the bottom.
From the bottom, because there wasn't the gap between them, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay. Okay.
the first one that you drew to the left, it would be at the
This
top.
one?
Yeah, it would be at the top area. The candle, the single
Oh,
candle that's the bullish.
this one?
No, move to the right.
Oh,
Yeah, that one
this one? Uh-huh.
at the low. Yep.
Okay. And where would the
Yep.
mm-hmm.
And it's a swing, like we're creating a swing off that. So candle
This
three
one.
is retesting the change of state and pushing down. But this is not entering any key level. Like we're right at
I
the
know, I know,
open on
no,
this.
but I wanted
Just
to
to see it.
figure
Yeah.
out, yeah, just because I wasn't understanding this really good. I wasn't understanding
Hmm.
change of state in the delivery, how to see it. But now I think I I do. I just need to practice a little bit more. But and uh, would this be change of state delivery in the opposite direction?
It has to tap into a key level for it to be a valid change of state. Like it can't just be
Yeah,
any
but
random candle.
mhm.
Like
It has to be it's some like level, key levels, right?
yeah, it has to be at a key level. Because you can find those anywhere, but they have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
significance.
That's why. Okay, okay. That's good thing you told me. So we are looking for those in a high of
You
in
can
a
press
highs or,
Control
or
Z.
in lows. I know
Yeah.
to, to now I press control to how do I move from here? I have to lock it.
You can you can press Control Z. It'll bring it back to what it was. Control Z again. Okay.
This is just
Yeah.
returning me back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, I was thinking like to move the chart. If I move, I'm gonna move the
Yeah. You can lock it. You can either lock it
yeah.
at the left. You see at the left where there's all your tools. There's a little lock thing right under.
Uh,
Yeah. Lock all
this one.
drawings.
And now okay.
Yeah. Or
Got it.
you can lock it individually too by right clicking and locking.
I know about it, but I didn't know about this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is good to have. 'Cause so in let's say like we found this change of state in delivery,
Hmm.
we should this was also let's say key level, right? Here
Where was
or
your key
no?
level there?
But it's some, but actually it's not because it's internal low.
Yeah. There's no key level there.
Yeah, because it didn't clear this.
Yeah. We just opened and pushed up.
But can we look? We can't. Maybe we can look this as internal from this external or no?
Check ES to the left more.
Oh, yeah, more.
Zoom out more so you can see the lows. Like check to see if the lows are taken. Because the only clue for this would be like on the lower time frame where we created an SMT at the lows with ES, like local SMT lows in that little range. It's not enough of a key level for me to enter this.
So this, that's why I ask. So you wouldn't consider this as like internal from this external.
For the push up,
Oh yeah.
check the hourly.
Same thing. Now I don't know where I am.
Zoom in. Yeah, you're still in the same place.
Oh, so this was the one that I was showing or no?
Yeah, well,
Yes, right?
the one right next to it, like you're at the most recent price because you're on the replay tool. We haven't moved anywhere. We just went up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's actually. Can you give me just a second to answer
Yeah, yeah.
this?
Take your
Give me
time. Take
just
your
a
time.
second, please. Érale. No te- Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, actually, where was the one of 5 minutes that I was asking? It's this one
Yeah.
or this one? Which one?
No,
This one.
the first one. The first one.
This one.
Yep.
Yeah, but it wasn't external because it didn't clear this, right?
Yeah, but it cleared it on ES
How do you know this?
because there's an SMT.
I know, but how do you remember that? How do you know that?
Because I remember price. I know where price went. I keep
So,
track of this every day. I know where price went.
yeah. Do you watch and remember like actual prices?
No, no,
Like
no numbers. Like I don't remember numbers.
these
Maybe if I
numbers
have
on
like
the
maybe if I have like
these numbers you
highlighted
don't
numbers.
remember, right?
No, no, I don't remember numbers.
Hmm.
Maybe if I have them
How do
highlighted, you know,
you, how do you remember it?
visually. But I remember it also just based off characteristics. If we have a shift, there's gonna have to be an SMT at the highs, and I know where we are in price. This is at the internal.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm starting to getting a grasp of things like what we are talking. Because sometimes when you talk to me, it's like you're talking a different language.
Yeah, it's
know?
okay because you'll
Yeah,
catch on to it over time
yeah, yeah.
because it
I
doesn't
need I
change.
need more and more conversations like this
Yeah, it
to
doesn't
in order
change.
to
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Nothing changes. So
Yeah, we
like,
always
oh,
say the thing. Yeah, you always say the same thing over and over again.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I just need to realize it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to figure
Because
it out.
you'll realize it as time goes by. You know, you'll be like you'll start connecting the dots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Tell me this: uh,
yeah,
what should I do to practice, like to as a training? Between our sessions, between our talking, of course, watching the price. But what should I do? Like, what should I mark? Uh, should
same
I?
same thing that I told you to do from the beginning, right? It's to
Mhm.
go check your daily candle. Where do you
Mhm.
want to see the next daily candle go, right?
To go. Mhm.
And from there draw out your invalidation areas on the 4 hour and all that, like find your gaps and everything, and then come back to it and see how it reacts to it. So
I got you.
the
Tell
same thing
me,
that we did.
yeah, and tell me this. Uh, but if the some daily candle is small, like this one, the body is too small, like in this case,
Uh-huh.
what do you draw some invalidation areas, or you say this is too indecisive? I'm gonna wait for the next day
I would still draw an
candle.
invalidation area, some kind of invalidation area. If the wick is big
Mm-hmm.
here, I would just draw it from the top of the
From
body
week to
down to
week.
the wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just depends on how the candle's closed. But like for example,
Like
like
let's say in this example here, you would draw invalidation area only in the body.
I would draw the whole range.
Still
Yep,
on this one,
yep.
because the one that we were drawing, maybe this one or whatever it looked like this. The week was
Yeah, it was long.
big, but the body was small, and we were drawing it. Maybe maybe it was even this one.
Yeah, we drew it from the top of the wick to the close of the body. Right there, in the middle.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Hmm.
See, this is a thing. You already found it. Even I was drawing it, but you found it, and I was still focused on this big one. I wasn't paying attention to the small one. That's the thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah, this is the one that I was. That's why I asked you about that one.
yeah.
What should we draw?
Well, because this is on like this is a C2 candle, right? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't it wouldn't make sense to have the invalidation the whole range. It would pretty much open at the invalidation.
Did you do what?
It would open the next candle at the invalidation pretty much. Like it doesn't make any sense. I need to see price push up first, right? Like so I need to have an invalidation point where it's gonna be respecting that push up.
Yeah, and then to continue down as a
Yeah.
C3. Thank you. Okay. I don't want to take any more of your time today,
No, it's
and
okay. I mean,
I don't
we
want to
can
put
keep
too much
going.
information. I don't want to put too much information also in my head
Yeah.
in one day. Some things are clear for me, so I have
Are things starting
more
to
to
click
work
more?
on. What is it?
Are they starting to click more?
Yeah. So I wanna try and practice a little bit based on this, and then I know I'm gonna have some questions for next time, and
Hmm.
I guess we have to go little by little, and then
But
to get the whole picture.
make sure to open at least open the charts every day and just take a look at it. You know what I mean? Take a look at it,
Mhm.
play with the time frames, go on the lower time frame, go on the higher time frame. Like try and anchor yourself as to like where you are on the charts. You know what I mean? Like just to get used to seeing price.
Yeah,
Okay, this is the higher time
I'm
frame
missing
candle.
that big time. I'm
Yeah,
missing that big time.
that comes from like
You
I
know.
can't. I wish I could do something for you there, but it all comes from personal like playing with the charts. You know, just clicking
Yeah,
through
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, I see that I get little faster, but not even close. Where I still need to look down. I think based on what you see, you already know approximately where you are.
Oh yeah,
Like
hundred
when you
percent.
look at this, you know approximately where you are, and I don't. I have to look down
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this, then
I don't
and
even
see
look at the
where.
dates. I know where we are, like just based off of how the candles look.
Yeah. I figured
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't take
I
long.
need
It
more
doesn't take
time.
long. It just takes
Yeah,
time.
just
To,
literally
yeah,
practice.
it's just practice a little bit. But that's where the consistency comes in, right? Like you show up every day, you check the charts every day. Like it doesn't 10, 15 minutes a day, you know what I mean? And it'll
Hmm.
already give you a lot of like room to work with.
Yeah. And do you have one big screen, or
I have three
has
monitors.
3.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
have 3 monitors, but I use all my charting in one monitor split.
Like this.
Yes.
How big is your monitor?
I have three 27 inches.
This one is probably something
I've
maybe 25.
I have three 27 inches, and they're 1440p.
'Cause when I do this, just to show you, I
Yeah.
have like my NQ on this big monitor on, and then I have these on, but I kind of only focus on the on the NQ,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Yeah, I focus on all three charts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably then do this and then make it so I can, because it this way I can literally look at the three of them like the line where the line is, but when I do
Even on the
when
wide
I
monitor, you can still find the line. You can still see it. You should remove the background lines that you have. Right click your screen,
uh-huh.
settings, canvas.
Okay.
See where it says vertical grid, horizontal grid. Uncheck both of those,
Uh-huh.
and then apply to
Uh-huh.
all. Yeah, like that, it's easier
Uh-huh.
to see that line. You don't have random lines in the background
Yeah, that's good.
between the charts.
Okay.
So like, open up your big monitor, like the big widescreen. You can still see the line between them.
What do you mean?
Like the way that you had it before, where you're talking about like, oh, I have it like with the widescreen, right?
Uh-huh.
Like
Like
if you
this?
open up the widescreen for your monitor,
Like this?
I don't see anything changed.
I mean, they were looking for those background lines or
No, no, no. I'm talking about the when you had your monitor wide with the big resolution. Like
you're talking about the lines between the assets.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you can still see the lines between the assets when
Yeah,
you're
I do. I see them. But the thing is, uh, I need literally to turn my eyes or
Oh,
my
okay,
head to
yeah,
the
yeah. It's
second monitor.
the
In
real
order.
estate. It's a big real estate, so
Yeah,
you have to look.
yes. That's why I'm thinking I'll have to go on the one screen so it my focus is there.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Like
think
do
this
you
way
turn your you
my
have to
focus.
turn your head when you look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Okay, that's why.
Uh,
Like I don't have to turn my head. I just look
not
with
not
my
to
eyes.
turn not to turn, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
literally have to it has to be a move of sort, for
Yeah.
me to see it,
It's still some kind of a degree of change in your head when you're looking.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like me, I just look with my eyes. Only my eyes are moving. I look like a freak.
Now it's now I have to get used to it without those grid.
It's better without the grids.
Yeah, it's gonna be better for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every line has a meaning behind it. Like you wouldn't put any random lines. They would have
But,
significance.
and when you watch at the chart, like how how much is from here to here? How many candles approximately are you trying to have
It it
in
it
one asset?
depends on what I'm looking at because I'm basing it off of higher time frames, right? So if I'm
Mhm.
looking at a higher time frame, I'm only looking a few candles. Like let's say if I'm looking at the weekly, right?
Okay.
I'm zoomed in. I don't need the whole year's range. You know what I mean? Like
How
all those
much weeks are you
candles,
looking at?
zoom in more, way more. Like this is enough for me. That's enough
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need the whole range that pushed up. That it doesn't make any sense to me. I only need to find the key areas of where price is gonna go to based off of the weekly. Well, if I have like a monthly, for example, if you go on the monthly, right, and I have that fair value
Yeah,
gap
in a
drop down.
monthly, you need to see you need to try to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I have a key level on the monthly and I drop down on the weekly, it's going to be lower. But I already know in my mind, okay, there's a key level there, and that's what I'm looking for. But I don't have to have it always showing on the charts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the thing is, you are in this long time, and you know, actually, basically in your head, you know what happened like last 2 3 months or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Like I
so you
know
have an
what
idea.
happened last month. I know what happened 2 months ago, and I'm just continuing the story of what happened. Like you see on the monthly, right? You see the candle
Mhm.
two PSP, and the SMT at the highs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, Here.
yeah. I'm still working off of that for the shorts.
Like, so this is PSP, right?
Yeah, PSP.
But it's not an SMT, just the PSP.
Yeah, look at YM. This month, YM made the SMT.
Oh yeah, now on this. Okay, 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 okay. I was
Yeah.
looking on between these two candles. You're looking between these candles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at all three. So
There's
we
the thing.
have
I get focused. I get focused on one side. I don't look at on the other.
yeah.
What are
Yeah,
these?
you can right
These.
click and remove it. Oh wait, those are
What are those?
yeah, just those are continuous contract switches. You're on the continuous contract anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just showing you when the contract switches. Because every 4 months or 3 months, the contract switches
What contract?
for futures.
I still don't know what.
Yeah, you don't. It's unnecessary information. Like it's whatever.
Okay. Okay. I don't need to know it. Then. Yeah. Now I see. Mhm. So would this be considered a swing point where we would expect it to go a little bit more down?
Yeah, that is a swing point. Yes. Yeah, I want to see us continue down more, but I don't know if because you're on the replay mode. So exit replay mode at the bottom right. There's an X. Yep.
Here?
Yep. So wait, NQ monthly. Why does your chart show E-mini? Why does your chart show that we didn't take the low?
This low?
Yeah, because we took that
I
low.
don't know. Maybe we took it on YM or something.
We took it on NQ. Right click your chart.
Yeah.
Settings. Go on symbol.
Okay.
Okay. CME, you're on the proper chart. Nasdaq, NQ1, yeah, you're on the proper chart. So why does it show different than mine? Because we took that low. click the
The other
Nasdaq
day,
chart.
the other day, I was under the impression that we're it's not the same.
Click the Nasdaq
Um,
chart. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Press at the top where your ticker is. At the top where you changed your chart thing. Not there, but like at the top right, next to your icon.
Here?
Yeah. Go to the left more. Left, all the way where it says
Oh,
NQ.
here.
Yeah, yeah. Click that.
Sorry. Okay.
Press NQ. I mean, type NQ. And click. Just click the first NQ without the one exclamation. Just that one. Yeah. Okay. Why is it showing you a different chart than mine? Because the middle chart there on NQ is supposed on the monthly is supposed to be a black candle. And
This
yours
one?
is, yeah, that one's supposed to be a black candle. Oh, okay, hold on. You don't have your B adjust down. Okay, so at the bottom left, you see where it says B adjust?
Where, sir?
Sorry, bottom right. My bad, not left. Bottom right, B adjust,
Okay.
click that, remove the set. Yeah, so B adjust set, there you go. That's the proper
I
chart.
will.
So now
Mhm.
click your ES. Make sure the bottom is the same thing. So click B adjust, remove set, and then YM2. B adjust set. Okay, there you go. Those are the proper charts.
But okay, we cleared.
Yeah.
So yeah, my price here. See how my price is actually not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, I was wondering why your chart looked different a bit.
okay. So we actually did clear the low, like I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can delete it.
Yeah, exactly. I personally want to see us go down a little bit lower. I want to see us continue to push down lower.
Mhm.
So we'll see how.
To make change in state.
No, well, to push it back down into the range, and then from there create a new swing to push up.
What? So, sorry. When you sometimes you say push back into range. In what range?
Well, you see the range that we have, the low to the high on the monthly.
Mm.
You see the swing low to the swing high. Yeah, that.
This one?
Swing low to the swing high. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a range. And we're
Oh,
coming back
you
into
wanted
the
to
internal.
go a little bit more
Into
down
the
in.
internal. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see us push down a little bit more to the internal, at least to the
That's
fair
what
value gap or
you
something.
were thinking it's gonna be trade of state is gonna be created here, like
Yeah,
and sometimes it's gonna go even more down, right?
yeah. But
And if it goes down, this would be change of state.
yeah, but
Like from
it wouldn't
here,
be,
from here.
I'm looking the change of states. I'm only looking for my entries with change of states. It would
In
be
a smaller time
it
frame.
would be a key level into the gap for internal to external to continue upside.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It would be internal to external.
You would basically look for a change of state if it comes to here to this point. Then you would look for it in a smaller time frame. But let's imagine this is the smaller time frame. We would hoping
Well,
here or here even.
well, this already has a change of state. So you see the swing low of the range?
This one.
Yes, that's a change of state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
created the push up. So now we
Oh.
have a range. I want to see us come back from external back to the internal because we have a swing at the top.
Somewhere maybe here.
That's way too
And then-
low, I think. That's way too low. I think we're gonna
Yeah,
tap
yeah,
into
but-
like right at the beginning of that fair value gap and then create a swing and push up, you know?
Oh yeah, actually there is a fair value gap here,
Mm-hmm.
which we entered.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so now it just depends on how we react off that fair value gap. I don't think it's going to be the one that pushes up because we're on candle 3. I think the next month, which is in 7 days, we're going to have another push down and then expand up. It'll be like a manipulation down, expansion up.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Shay.
So from the monthly, if I want to align my time frames, I go from the monthly down to the daily. That's where I would find my change of state of the monthly.
Sorry. So what will you look here for the change state?
Well, I'm
In
talking
what?
about the monthly, right? So if I go on the monthly,
Mhm.
let's say for example on that C2, you see at the highs of the C2 on NQ,
Yeah.
there's a change of state in there, right? Because we made a shift, and that's a swing point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I have a monthly swing, I want to find my change of state on the daily. So if I go on the daily
Uh-huh.
from here,
So this would be
the daily from here, and look at
somewhere
the highest point of that.
here, right?
Yeah. So zoom out more so I can see the full picture. The highest point of that, there's going to be a change of state.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
you see the change of state in that area?
Give me a second to. Is it this?
Remember the gap that we were talking about where it's separated?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so this.
Lower, lower, lower. To the left more. Yeah,
Oh,
that right there.
here.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
when
Uh-huh.
we pushed down first and then we came back up, retested that change of state to the right.
So
Yeah.
this would be from
Yeah.
here to here.
Yeah. So we push down. Yeah. So you see on the when you move your chart to the right now, we push back into that order block.
Fair value.
Yeah. Fair value gap and order block because that's a change of state. And then we continue to push down from that. But it's a daily and a monthly range, so it's a
So
much
what
bigger.
would be considered in this case? Would this be considered order block, or the whole thing would be considered order block?
Well, there's two
this would be
types.
considered.
There's two types of order blocks. There's a bullish order block and there's a bearish one. So when you're pointing to that, that doesn't make sense because it would have to be, that would be a bullish one. That would be a bullish order block. I'm looking for a bearish order block.
So
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So for the
Okay.
bearish, it's the
Okay.
opposite.
Yeah. I did put wrong. So,
Yeah.
like I was supposed to ask, is this or this?
I would put the first because it has
First?
that gap. Yeah, see that gap separating the full range?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here.
So yeah. So for me that's like we're pushing up and then there's a separation and then we're pushing up again. So that's like for me that's like the top part is that order block, that change of state.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense.
Make sense?
Yep.
And on the monthly, if you go back to the monthly,
Give me a sec.
if you can press right click and click reset chart at the top. So you see how it like realigns the chart when you do that? Instead of trying to find it, then you can zoom in.
Oh.
So let's say we close like the C2, right? See how we close the C2?
There is. See how now when I move, you see how it moves. The candles are getting bigger and smaller. See this?
Yeah.
And sometimes I can move it like when you zoom in on the picture and you just move it on a part of it. Why is that happening?
I'm not sure.
I wanted to ask you that before, but at some point
out.
it starts. See how on this one I
Yeah.
move it like this.
Oh, because you reset.
this one-
Because you clicked the reset. Because I did the right
Yeah.
click reset thing. And it resets the one of the axis at the bottom. So, like just zoom out with it. Like use your scroll wheel to zoom out, yeah, and zoom back in.
But still it's doing the. What is it? You see?
Mhm. Yeah.
And this one is moving normally.
Yeah, because it reset your axis. Like change the price axis on the left. You see where? Yeah, that. Move it up and down. Grab it and move it up and down, and now try again.
Uh-huh. Okay. I wanted to know how to fix it, so I can move like this.
So you see how candle 2 closed?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if you're anticipating the next month to be candle 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Draw out your invalidation area on that candle 2.
So what would be the whole thing or just the
What do you think?
body to the week?
What do you think?
I think from the body to the top of the week.
Yeah, so draw that out. There you go. Yep.
And because this one tapped into it and went down.
Yep. So when you go down on the daily time frame and you have a reference point of where it is, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So where we first tapped into it is where we opened the monthly. Not on that part. Move to the right more. Yeah, right there. That's where we.
Here or
Yeah,
here?
right there. Yeah, that's where we opened the
Uh-huh,
new
yeah,
month.
this is a new month. This is
Yeah.
new month. Yeah, I see.
So that created a swing point as well when we opened. Like we opened into a swing point and continued downside for candle
Mhm.
3.
I got you. This is actually start of the candle.
Yeah.
Candle 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if you probably go into maybe hourly.
You can also isolate the full chart, right? If you control, wait, is it control? No, it's alt. If you hold alt and click the chart, it's gonna zoom the full chart.
What do I do?
Yeah, like that. It isolates
Uh,
one chart.
uh-huh. Okay. Oh,
See what I'm saying? So if you want to
uh-huh.
like zoom out
I
and
see, I
click
see, I see, I
ES,
see. I
it'll
see,
do
I
the
see, I
same
see, I see.
thing.
I see, I see, I see, I see. Yeah, because it's easier to look at the big picture if
Mhm.
you're focused on that side.
Mhm.
And then,
To the left more, yeah.
uh,
So we opened there.
are we, did we actually open here, right?
1800.
Are we
Yeah.
looking at, hmm?
Yeah, that's candle 3 open.
Yeah,
And then-
because, because it's previous day 1800.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
So we opened from a swing already. And we're pushing down. So let's see at 10 o'clock what happened. 6,
Then,
10, continuation downside, and then the next day we opened and retraced back into the range, swept the high, and pushed down again. Yeah, so that was 6, and then 10 pushed down the next day. 1800, yeah. So we made a new high of the day and we reversed on that next day.
mm-hmm. We came to here and then we pushed back down again.
Yeah, yeah. So we made a new high of the day, and we reversed.
Tell me this: is it like possible? Let's say this is a swing point, and this is C1, C2, C3.
Mhm.
Is it then possible to look at this as C1, C2, C3 in the opposite side or no?
It is possible, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's possible because that's the swing point that used to push it back up into the range,
Yeah.
and then
So
we reversed.
this
from
would
that.
be considered a swing point, and this would be considered a swing point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Let me like think a little bit about this, and process this, and then in a few days you're gonna talk again to continue.
Let's keep going. Let's
Continue.
go more.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's do more. Are you
Today,
tired? Yeah, I'm kidding.
I don't wanna get too many
Too
information.
much information in your head. Yeah, yeah. It gets overwhelming a bit. But once you
Exactly.
really get used to
And
it, it becomes
now
super
now
easy.
now I understand everything. But if we continue to remove, if we continue, I think I'm gonna push myself and then I'm gonna again be at the same point. I didn't understand anything, so
I'm
I
gonna
want to
start.
keep it. I want to keep.
I'm gonna
I
start
want to keep
adding.
it this way.
I'm gonna start pushing information out of your head. It's gonna come out of your
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, my phone is blowing up. Uh, like I said, I'm gonna do my homework,
Yep.
look at charts, try to mark things and stuff, and then probably sometime next week we're gonna talk again and continue.
Yeah, I'll send you the PDF with all the swing
Yes,
points.
send me that. Send me that. Send me that.
All right,
Send me.
perfect, man.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.